Rue wanted answers, fast action, quick decisions. Gus wasn't very good at any of those things. When they arrived at Quinn's house, he was waiting out front. Miss Lottie never had to honk her horn for Quinn. He was always waiting there, looking as though his life depended on the van taking him away. Gus often wondered why. "It's a big day," Miss Lottie said. Quinn smiled, eyes downcast, as he quickly climbed into the van. "Hey, everyone," he said in his soft voice. He turned to the back seat and gave each dog a pat on the head. Gus licked Quinn's hand. Even though Quinn wasn't technically part of the pack, Gus felt responsible for him. Quinn was a good belly rubber and an excellent chin scratcher. On days like today, when Quinn seemed sad, Gus would spend more time than usual nuzzling him or curling up on his lap. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. "You'll love the new dog," Miss Lottie said. "Boy or girl?" Quinn asked. "It's a secret," Miss Lottie said. "Big or little?" "I'm not telling," Miss Lottie laughed. "Don't you like surprises? I do." Quinn didn't reply. He slid his phone out and started reading his texts. "You sure do get a lot of texts," Miss Lottie said. Quinn shrugged. "I guess," he said. Gus watched trees zoom by as the old van made its way to the dog park. He couldn't shake the bad feeling. Maybe it was the tennis ball he had eaten yesterday. Tennis balls were especially hard to digest. "We're here," said Miss Lottie. The dog park was empty, the weather too cold and gray for most people. The large fenced-in lot was mostly dirt with a few patches of grass and a handful of benches facing every which way, as though they had been tossed there by a giant storm and never put back in the proper place. A tangle of trees sat in the corner. The pack tumbled through the gate. They stood near Quinn and waited patiently as he spread out the beach towels and set up the folding chairs. "I'll be right back," Miss Lottie called from the van. Quinn gave her a small wave and sat on a chair. He patted his lap. Moonpie danced over to him, yipped, then danced away. Typical Moonpie. "Silly little guy." Quinn grinned. Moonpie was both the youngest and the smallest member of the pack, and had only been at Miss Lottie's for a month. Everyone was already attached to him, especially Tank. "This looks like a good spot," Tank said. He spread out on a beach towel and started licking his big belly. "Do you ever stop?" Rue asked. "Nope," Tank said. He turned around and started licking the other side. It was quite a thing to behold, Tank's stomach, big and perfectly round. When he had first arrived, it had been mostly pink, but it had changed over the years, the way all old dogs' bellies change, with dark, bumpy growths pushing up through his fur. It didn't matter. He still licked and licked and licked. Rue made small circles in the grass, trying to find the perfect spot to lie down. "Can't get comfortable. Just can't. She never could. Maybe it was because she had 3 legs instead of 4, or maybe it was because of her nervous disposition. Whatever it was, Rue, the only hunting dog in the pack, was a quivering bundle of barking, running energy. She was 9, so she was a year older than Tank and 2 years older than Gus, but her jumpiness made her seem younger than both of them. Today, she was squirmier than usual. Gus rested his chin on Quinn's leg. Quinn started scratching behind Gus's ears. Gus sighed. Quinn's ear rubs always made him feel better. Maybe everything would be okay. All he had to do was make sure this dog was a good addition to the pack. If he was, Gus would give his official wag and his small woof. If he wasn't, well, Gus would have to think about that. It had never happened before. The shelter wasn't far from the dog park. Soon Miss Lottie was pulling back into the parking lot. "They're here," Quinn said. They all watched as Miss Lottie got out of the van. She smoothed her gray, frizzy hair and looked up at the sky. "Looks like a storm's..."